Hey guys, welcome to episode two of my amazing podcast, The Little Black Book. And I'm just so happy to be here as always, and thank you guys for watching episode 1. This is obviously now episode 2, and I'm just so excited again. So this episode, we are going to be talking about, I don't really know what I'm going to title it yet, but the way that we're going is about lust versus love, and just being super honest with where we stand, where we're going, and what we actually want out of the person that we're trying to engage with. So, this all sparked for me because I saw a meme, and I'll post it. I don't remember what it said verbatim, but it was along the lines of like this guy was on a couch or something, and he was pretending to be interested in this girl's story and her life story and how far she's come in life, just so that he could have sex with her. So it's time that we can be honest too, right? Us women do the same thing. We do the same thing, and I'm definitely guilty of it. And it's not even a thing of being guilty of. It's just like, you guys think you're the only ones that are just trying to fuck. Let's be honest. We want to fuck too. Like, I've literally sat and listened to a man's whole story, the whole top, bottom, left, right, baby mama drama, all the chaos, and I've listened to it because I'm just like, okay, this is gonna pick up at some point and I'm going to fuck. Like, I'm gonna get those drugs. But it's just like, you guys have to understand, like, if, like, you know, we're all grown, and the thing is, like, some of us have trouble being upfront about what we want. Others, like myself, do not. I will say upfront what I want, you know, and that's just how I roll. I feel like some people will pretend like they want a relationship and drag you through the mud and the hoops and the hurdles just so that they can have sex with you. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And especially like somebody like me, like I never take that shit personally unless you've coerced me into, you know, believing that we were going to do something that we weren't going to do. Meaning like a relationship. Or like kind of just like, what is it? Like engaging in conversations that it's not within the path that you want to go with me. Like, it's just like, I set a platform, especially when I'm talking to a guy, like I set a platform out of like, you know, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, and it gives you an opportunity to be like, oh, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, or this is what I'm not into right now, or this is what I want with you. I feel like with men, especially these days, they feel like if they don't put you through these hoops and hurdles, that they will not get the sex that they so desperately want out of you. And I feel like with me, it's just like when I am with a guy and, well, rewind, when I'm just talking to a guy and like shit's going sweet, and like obviously there is sexual attraction, there's physical attraction, there's mental attraction, like the attraction's there. My thing is, what is the direction? And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little story because it coincides with what we're talking about today. I was talking to this guy and shit was going sweet. It was going sweet. And yeah, we were just like, it was giving futuristic. It was giving like we're going somewhere. It was giving like we're on the same page. We were making love. Like, this nigga was deep inside me. We're both crying. You know, like, it was that intense, and it felt really good. You know, he was, you know, comforting inside and outside of the bedroom. You know, successful guy, had it going on, gorgeous. But then, you know, sometimes when it came to talking about more serious things, it was just like, oh, maybe we're not where we thought we were. Or maybe I'm not where we thought we were, or you're not where I thought we were, you know. So it just became a matter of, why are we really here? So then whenever I would challenge him in conversations of like, oh, like, you know, where are we going? What are we doing? What's next? Because my thing is, we're only going to have so much sex and so much conversations and so much dates and so much flowers and this and that until, you know, I combust, where I'm like, okay, what's next? Because also with that situation, I cut off niggas early on. And if you're someone I used to talk to while watching this, you get why, right? Yeah, I was talking to somebody and it was going well. But then, when it came down to what are we gonna do? Those conversations, it's a dropped call and it's, hey, my mom's on the other line, or there's a joke coming in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like for me, it just started boiling down to we're not that. My thing is, and like the thing is, like he was getting the cow, the milk, the food, you name it. He was getting it all from me, the emotional part, the spiritual, like literally everything, like we're praying for each other, everything. And I would say to him, I'm like, if you just want to have sex with me, I just want to have sex with you, like that's cool. But I do want to go on dates with other people and explore other people if, I will be like sexually exclusive to you, but but that would cause a huge eruption of emotions, and it would make him uncomfortable, and it honestly made me uncomfortable because I did not want to go down that route of like, putting my heart out of his basket and like into others per se. So yeah, it was tough. It was a really tough time, but after everything fell apart, because it fell apart off of the bone, and still to this day, zero closure, which is cool. If you're watching this, it's fucked up what you did to me, but it's cool. I think that I think men need to get a hold of the idea of just being upfront and saying what they want from the gate. It is okay, because there are some women that's going to be like, oh no, like I'm not interested in like just having sex with you, or there will be women like kind of like me where it's like, oh, I'm attracted to you, like I want to see this, I want to explore this. But on the other side of things, I think we gotta kind of rail it in with this too, because there are guys that want to go to the next level with me, like relationship, marriage, like the whole thing, the whole shebang. And it's just like we've got to see where your life's at, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect by any means, and I will say that in every episode that I can, but it's just like there's guys that they have more chaos going on in their lives than I have in mine, and that's a red flag for me. So it's just like, oh, you might be somebody that's like attractive and smart, and you've got, some pretty good things going on, and outside of your circumstances, I would want to maybe engage or like move forward with things, but right now it could just only be like a sexual thing or not at all. So I feel like there's like it's like a crazy balance going on. It's like there's the lust, there's the love, and then you kind of just have to weigh between the two, like, and that's where discernment comes in so hard, because with me, there was a point in my life where my discernment was awful. I was having meaningless sex. I was just like drunk in a mess. I was in my early 20s, drunk in a mess. And it wasn't that I was just like in a whole phase or letting niggas just hit. It was just like, I didn't know what I wanted at the time. So it just felt like, oh, like, nothingness, like nothing's going on, nothing here. But as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I know what I want, whether it's just to have sex with you and you have sex with me and that's it. That could be something, or like exploring an actual relationship and seeing where, we connect on a deeper level, or if we connect on a deeper level. Excuse me. So I really want, I kind of just want that right now. Like, I'm just exploring. I've really mostly gotten out of the phase of just wanting to have like meaningless sex. I don't do random hookups. You guys are like so mind blown by that. I don't know what that's about. But I'm very keen on what I want and who I want. And yeah, it's a rare day, a cold day where I want to have just like a random hookup with someone. And but it happens. I'll see somebody on Instagram and I'm like, I would fuck the shit out of him. But and I'm sure he'd probably want to fuck the shit out of me too, right? So, so with that, excuse me. So with that, it's just like when it's mutual, when it's like, okay, we both just want to sleep with each other, like, and just kind of leave it at that, or maybe like hook up sometimes or something like that. That exists, and I feel like that's okay too. But I feel like as we get older, it's just like, why are you listening to this girl's whole story? Why are you letting her tell her whole life story to you? And you just want to smash. Like, I would be like, oh, like, that's deep, Like, I've had niggas cut me off, like, and be like, okay, But, like, respectfully, like, cut the storyline down so that we can stay on path of what we actually want and what we came here for. But, yeah, like, don't lie. Don't lie. If you just want to have sex with someone, tell them, be upfront. And I feel like also women can handle it these days. Like, I feel like before it was just like, oh, he said he just wants to fuck. Like, there's a lot of women that just like, I don't like you like that, but I'll smash. It sounds like nigga-esque, nigga-esque, but it's just like, I feel like men are putting like way too much weight on it, where they're like, I'm gonna tap into this girl's psyche, I'm gonna get in her head, I want to be that nigga. And it's like 9 times out of 10, even after the sex, there's usually somebody better. Yeah. I love when guys are upfront with me. Love it. I eat it up, because it's like, I've dealt with people who are like, oh, I see what you do, like, I see what you do for work, but what else? What else do you have going on for yourself? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 2 years, whatever that timeline may be. So I deal with like a plethora of different guys. I deal with probably the horniest of horny men on the internet. Like, I deal with like raging horny guys. So for me, it's like when a guy is like lusting over me, or is like physically attracted to me and wants to explore that, like, to me it's not deer in headlights. Like, I understand and I get why you want to fuck me. However, it's like, it just, obviously it has to be mutual. It has to be something that everybody wants to do. And I'm just like, certain guys, it just doesn't. I'm like, oh. And sometimes too, like, niggas be cute, but like I said before, they'll have so much going on in their life where it's just like, oh, I don't want that energy in me. Like, I recently like had sex with someone, and they be on like some really sad shit, and I feel like that sadness got into me for like a week. Like, I was down, I was really sad, and I couldn't figure out why. And then when I really like sat with myself, and I'm like, oh, his spirits is in me. Like, that stuff is real. And it's just like, if you don't get a hold of like what you want from someone, and what this person could be like in your life, or the energies that they're even introducing to you, you could get in a really big mess. You could get in a mess. You could get into sadness. Like, just be upfront. Like, I love it when a man is upfront and like doesn't have like chaos going on in his life. Like, everybody has stuff going on in their life, and I'm not above it, but it's just like, how's the roof of your house falling off and you want to come fuck on me? Not happening. Pick somebody else. And that's another thing too, like, pick somebody else. Like, especially if the girl, like, the interest is lost, right? Like, if the interest is lost, and like, she's not really engaging like she used to, and stuff like that, like, pick somebody else. And that's okay. Pick somebody else. Because like, I expect somebody that like I'm not like consistent with to pick somebody else. Like, I feel like there are guys that will just wait. And it's like, you're waiting for just pussy. And then say you do give this guy an opportunity to, I don't know, take you out or do this and that. He flops. You're flopping the whole thing. Ooh. I genuinely prefer a man that knows what he wants, upfront about it, and that's it. Because it also gives the woman an opportunity to be like, that's not what I want for my life. Thank you though. Next. Or you're just not that nigga, honestly. It could be that simple. You're just not that guy. Don't want to smash, and that's it. But anybody that I've said that I wanted to fuck, or like felt like I wanted to fuck, it's happened for me, or it's going to happen for me. Because it's mutual. It's mutual. And yeah, and we're upfront about it. Like, I never had to lie to a nigga and be like, yeah, like, I really want to get to know you. I mean, obviously, because I'm a woman and, like, I don't really have to do all of that. But some people you do. Some people, like, need to hear, you gotta tell your life story. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to listen to your story. And it's not that their story is unimportant. It's just, like, you gotta know who's your people. Like, you gotta know who's for you. Like, you gotta know who just wants what from you. And, like, I can tell. Niggas think I can't tell that they just want to smash me. Like, you think I don't know? Because odds are, like, usually I just want to smash you too. Or not at all. Or not at all. You can't. And also, like, a big telltale is, like, the inconsistent guys, because they'll pop up as soon as you post something on your story, or as soon as you say something that they like, especially on Instagram. That's where all the whores are. And as soon as you say something there, oh, he's the swipe up, he's the first one, he's in the DMs, he's this and that. And it's like, you're inconsistent. You're inconsistent, and you only show up in areas where you think that you're the next nigga up. And the thing is, there's other niggas that could get it before you, and you may never ever get it. So pick somebody else. The other girl, pick her. I always say that too. Like, if it comes down to me and another woman, pick her. Pick her. Especially if you pick her. Do it. Try it. So, guys, thank you for watching episode 2. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying, because obviously we all come from different walks of life, and we all have different opinions about, you know, how we see things, especially something like this, love versus lust. Like, are you honest with the girls that you want to have sex with, or the men that you want to have sex with? I know I am. Do you think that you have to play a certain role to make sure that you get the sex that you want out of somebody? Like, don't you think that's manipulative and a little weird? I honestly think that there is nothing sexier than when a man or a woman can say what they want because they know what they want, and then they pursue and move and navigate that way, and they move accordingly. Like, don't act like you want something that you don't want, you know? Especially with someone that is, like, open and upfront with you. Be open and upfront with them. Like, be honest about what you want and what your intentions are, because I feel like you can go further in life if you make that decision to be honest. Be so fucking honest. It's a turn on, too. It's like, oh, you know, this is what I want out of this person. And if that person allows you to have access to that part of them, that body, their mind, their spirit, or whatever that you're actually going after, I think that's just so, I think it's so dope. Like, giving someone else the opportunity to make a decision based off of you both being transparent. So sexy. But to finesse and, like, we even act like you want something more than you want is so weird. So, thank you guys for watching episode 2 of my amazing podcast, The Little Black Book. And I can't wait for next week, because I don't know what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be good. I love you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in.